All right, so this is lesson 6, multiplying rational expressions. And again, this is basically the steps for rational numbers. We look at the factors in the numerator and denominator. If there's anything common, we can divide those out or cancel those out. We multiply all the rest of the numerators together and multiply denominator steps together. So in this one, if I was doing this, this is just 7 over 50 because there's nothing that cancels. Here I could actually reduce this first to, 2 over 1. The 20 over 10 can become 2 over 1. 9 over 21 could become 3 over 7 as well. And then that just gets me to 6 over 7. I could have also done it this way, where I went 9 times 20 is just 180, and 10 times 21 is 210, and then reduced from here. But I find it's easier to reduce when the numbers are smaller. Anyway, that would be 18 over 21, which is then, let's see, I can divide both by 3, so that's going to give me 6 sevenths. Okay. When we have expressions, it's the exact same thing. So what I'm going to do here first is I factor this thing. This is going to go to, again, I just put my numerators and denominators together. This now looks like this. I can take the 2 out of here, and that gives me 2 times x plus 3. I can take an x out of here, and this gives me x plus 1. And now I can see cancel, 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 cancel. Now, before I cancel, I must record my non-permissibles. That's key. I can't cancel unless I've recorded my non-permissibles. But then that would be my final answer. And it worked. Look at me go. And I remembered my non-permissibles. If you've watched my last couple videos, that's been a struggle. So if you see me missing it, by all means shout at the computer screen. Not that it'll help, but it'll make you feel better. Okay, so 4x minus 16 times 2x minus 1 all over 14x minus 7 and x minus 4 squared. This looks complicated, but let's simplify it. Let's start factoring things to make them look nicer. So I'm going to first take out a 4. This is now x minus 4. That looks nicer. You can also, I could take out a 2 here, but then I'm dealing with fractions. So I'm just going to leave that as 2x minus 1. Down here I can take out a 7. That's a 2x minus 1. Hey, that's nice. Like that. And then x minus 4 squared. I was about to cancel something. I was just about to slash, and then I thought, nope, NPVs. X cannot equal. Now, just my denominators are where I have to look. This one's easy. X cannot equal 4. This one's a little bit trickier to spot. X cannot equal 1/2. And again, if you're having trouble just seeing that, if you're like, where did that come from, Mr. McManus? You can do this. 2x minus 1 can't equal 0. Then we just solve this inequality the same way we would solve an equality. So I add 1 to both sides. 2x can't equal 1. Then we divide both sides by 2. X cannot equal 1/2. And there we have our non-permissible. Now that I've included my non-permissibles, now I can start canceling things. Those things turn to 1. Really, when we're canceling things, we're just dividing them out. And something divided by itself is always 1. X minus 4, and one of these x minus 4s now leaves me with just 4 over 7x minus 4. And you say, hey, wait, a 4 and a 4, can I cancel those? No. This is a factor. This is a term in a factor. Only cancel when they are the same factor. The whole thing. Okay, next one up. Right here, again, this looks really complicated, but let's make it look nicer. Let's simplify. I'm going to do this thing first. I can take out a 2x squared. What I have left is x minus 2. This thing is still just x squared. Now let's work on the denominators. Out of there, I can take a 3x. That's going to leave me with an x minus 3. And then x squared minus 4. There's my a squared minus b squared. A minus b, a plus b. So x minus 2, x plus 2. Good old difference of squares to the rescue. Now we can start killing things. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Good save. I heard you all yelling at the screen, NPVs! So let's write down my NPVs. We want to always factor first so we can see our NPVs. Sometimes we look at this, we're like, I don't know what it could be. That's 4, but it's not. It's really 2 and -2, and we can see that by factoring. So x connet equal 2, or -2, or 0, or 3. Now that I've included my non-permissibles, now I can start factoring out common factors, or dividing out common factors. X minus 2 over x minus 2, hey, that's 1. X over x, hey, that's 1. So you can see I killed this as x squared and made it just x instead of x squared. And nothing else cancels. So now I have an x squared here and an x to the first here. I have in my numerator 2x cubed. My denominator, I have 3 times x minus 3 times x plus 2. Hopefully that makes sense. And again, I always check. Anything repeated? No, nothing that can come out. I can't kill this x with that x because this is not a factor. It's just a term in a factor. Hopefully that makes sense. You guys are all awesome. Brilliant. Keep up the good work.